Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Emerging Franchise Brands Podcast. I'm your host, Frank Fiume, here live at the IFA2024 National Convention, and looking forward to interviewing some folks at this year's event. I'm here with Mike Slattery, VP of Franchise Relationships with ADP. Mike, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining me. So tell me, what brings you to the IFA this year?
My first year, but ADP's been doing this for years. Obviously a big sponsor here. You'll see the size of the booth. We're looking to see a lot of traction and new clients come on board to ADP and new partners, but we're excited for the exposure.
Yeah, ADP's been a great partner with the IFA, and I think everybody knows who ADP is and what they do. Yeah. This is your first time. What are you hoping to get out of the event this year?
Honestly, the relationships. So I've been with the ADP 13 years, but this is the first time on the franchise side, so we're excited to branch out a little bit and, like I said, look to grow the relationships, but also foster the existing ones we've had for years. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I got a question for you. It's about franchising, and I knew you're new in this role, but we get a lot of, on our show, we get a lot of aspiring franchisors, folks that are new in business or new into franchising. Is there maybe a tip that you'd give them before they get into franchising, something they need to do?
Research. I think that's a big thing, making sure they're making the right decision with what they're comfortable with, and don't just jump the gun on something. I would say make sure you're comfortable with it before you jump into it. So.
Mike, that's great advice. Thanks so much.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning into the Emerging Franchise Brands Podcast. For additional insights, guest applications, and to stay connected, visit us at efbpodcast.com. The Emerging Franchise Brands Podcast is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed do not necessarily represent those of Emerging Franchise Brands, its host Frank Fiume, or Emerging Franchise Group, LLC. Any discussed franchise or investment opportunity requires thorough investigation, obtaining proper disclosure documents, and expert consultation before making any investment decisions. The podcast and its host do not offer professional advice or endorsements, and they hold no responsibility for actions, representations, accuracy, or consequential damages related to the podcast content.